Hey guys, it's Andrew Brown. We're getting ready to start Coffee Chat, and I have a special treat. Here is Michelle Welch.
Hello.
And we are here at the Hannibal Square Heritage Center. I am going to put up their Instagram handle so that you can kind of get a feel for the area. So this is right here in Winter Park, and it's a little known area of Winter Park, but it's on the west side. And let me pin that for you so that everybody can see. Hi, Anna. And so we're gonna take a brief little tour of the area. They were so gracious enough to let us use the area. But Michelle Welch is here. She is the founder of the Momtrepreneur Network.
Yes.
And tell us a little bit more about that.
So the Momtrepreneur Network is a nonprofit here in Orlando, Florida. And essentially I started it because when I started my own journey, and I am a single mother of two, by the way, of wanting to follow my dreams but having children and not really knowing which way to go about it, I needed the resources, and I needed people there to kind of guide me. So I want to be that for others because I'm now going into year 2 in owning my own businesses, and I feel like I'm very seasoned in business, and my love for women and helping them and empowering them to know that they can go through certain situations and overcome it no matter what. That's really what I'm here for. So I decided to dedicate a nonprofit to that. And I've learned that it's not just going to be for women that have children. It's going to be for women of all walks of life that just want to venture out and really want to follow their dreams, but just don't know exactly how to go about it. So I'm going to be that resource to plug everything together. So that's the whole purpose of the Momtrepreneur Network.
And on top of that, she's not only the founder of the Momtrepreneur Network, she's the owner of Queen Cleaning Concepts. You have your own cleaning company?
Yeah, so I have a residential and commercial cleaning company here in Orlando, Florida. I cultivated the idea in 2015, and then I acted on it in 2017. And in May will be my second year running. We've done over 350 cleanings. We service 5 different counties. We've done everything from construction cleanup to residential homes. So we handle that on a broad spectrum. And I got popular with that because of the way I was using my social media. I was very big on social media. My strategy was like super gridlock tight. So that's something that we do now. And like I said, we're going into year 2, so I'm very excited about that.
What's it like owning a cleaning company? How do you even get started owning a cleaning company?
It's such a good question. I get asked that a lot. Like, what made me want to get into cleaning? Honestly, it was something that I knew how to do, and it was something super easy to start up. So you want to think about how much money is it going to take for me to actually start this business. I went to the Dollar Tree and got all the supplies that I needed. And
wait, you went to the Dollar Tree?
Yes, the Dollar Tree. I got my Clorox bleach, I had Comet, I had everything that I needed because at that time I was only doing residential cleanings when I first opened up my company. And I literally started up with like $350, and from there it was like a snowball effect. I opened up in May. That weekend I had my first residential cleaning. In June, I got my first commercial contract, which came out of nowhere. And then in July, I quit my corporate job. And ever since then, which was almost 2 years ago, I've been doing the cleaning company. And then I even ventured off and I co-founded a catering company. And it's called Golden Spoon for the Culture. And me and my partner, when we put it together, it was a fusion. She's Puerto Rican and I'm Black, Puerto Rican, and Polish. And we're like, let's do great food for the culture, doing meal prep that's healthy, but it still has good taste. So that was the approach with that. And we still do events here and there. And we're just like rebranding right now, but that's another business that I decided to go ahead and open.
That I didn't know about because, I do my research and that one escaped me.
Yes, but, and then I'm also a certified life and business coach. I decided to go on that route because I was helping a lot of people and I just wanted more knowledge on it. And I wanted to be firm in knowing exactly what I was talking about and what I was doing. And I feel like sometimes when you become like a life coach, you get frowned upon because people are like, you're still going through life. How are you able to tell other people about things? And I'm a very firm believer in speaking your truth and telling your story. We're all growing day by day. So there's not one person that can pinpoint and say, oh, you're ready for this or you're ready for that. No, you're ready when it's your time. And for me, this is my divine calling. So I'm like, I'm here, I'm ready to go. And I love opening businesses and like just watching them flourish. It's just something about it.
So tell us what's your Instagram handle for Queen Cleaning?
So Queen Cleaning Concepts is that Queen Cleaning Concepts on Instagram. If you follow me or want to follow me, I am Michelle Welch, Welch like the grape juice. And you can find Queen Cleaning Concepts on there as well. And for Golden Spoon, if you look up Golden Spoon FTC on Instagram, you'll be able to see some of our work, some of the things that we've done, and our contact information.
And now you mentioned you are a mother of two. But two boys.
Yes, I'm a boy mom.
What is it like raising two boys?
Lord, it's a lot of fun. I can say that. It's so different because my boys there's such a large age gap, and I did that on purpose. I have an almost 7-year-old and an almost 2-year-old. So like I'm going through potty training all over again. I'm going through the terrible twos, which I didn't have that with my first son, so I'm kind of like, oh my gosh, what's going on? And it's crazy, but I love it. Like my boys, they're my heart. And I wanted girls, and I see now I wouldn't have been able to deal with that. So with my boys, yeah, because girls is this, I couldn't have another me. Like I have two boys that have my traits, and I'm like, no, I can't do it. But they're amazing. They're involved with my businesses. Like they watch what I do every day, and like they're the reason why I have become an entrepreneur and a business owner. Because of them, it's gotten me to this point. To be a better mom, to be more present,
So what has motherhood taught you about yourself?
Motherhood taught me that I needed to be softer. I needed to be more gentle. I needed to be more understanding, have more compassion, just to take a step and live in the moment. I was really selfish prior, which a lot of us are when we don't have children, but I had some things that I really needed to figure out for me because it was hurting a lot of my friendships and things like that. So becoming a mother, I say that it saved my life and it changed my life, because it makes you stop and think about other things other than yourself. It makes you stop and think, like, if I do this, what's gonna happen next? And for me, I'm a single mom, so it's a lot harder because it's just like there's not that person to fall back on. Your dad is not gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. So it's definitely been a journey. I can say that for sure, but it's nothing that I would regret. I love every second of it. I love being with my boys. Like, honestly, they probably would be here with me right now if they weren't in school because I just love being around them, and their personalities are starting to shine through. So it's definitely fun.
So now the 2-year-old, the cutest. When I tell you guys the child is so cute. What's his name? Trevor?
Trevor.
That's Trevor. Trevor is so cute. And you did this cute little project with Trevor where you did you got like a poster board, like a science fair poster board, and then bought a bunch of stuff from Dollar Tree.
Yes.
And you put together like a learning board. Talk about that. What was that like?
So I have a background in childcare. My parents, they were entrepreneurs and they own daycare centers. So I'm very big on like childhood education, things like that. Like I have all of my certifications. So I know at what point what a child needs. So, he's turning 2 and I'm like, okay, we got to get something going. Because me personally, I don't trust daycares. That's just my own personal opinion. So I'm like, we got to get stuff at home that's going to stimulate the mind, because the whole iPad TV thing, I'm not with it. So I was just like, one of my clients had a similar board, and I was like, I can recreate that, on a budget. Me being the Dollar Tree queen, I love Dollar Tree. Went there, found everything, and I put this crazy board together, and it has his ABCs, it has the words that he needs to know at this age, it has colors, body parts, the whole 9 yards, and we use it every day. He knows his ABCs, he knows his colors.
And he's 2?
Almost 2.
Almost 2. April 4th, okay.
Yes.
And there's this cute picture, if you guys follow her, I am Michelle Welch, there's a cute picture of Trevor sitting on the floor with his hand in the air, and he's right by the board, and he points out to all the letters. Does he know do you have to make a new one at this point?
Yes. So like at this point, because he's already gotten the board down pat, what I can do, because I didn't glue them down, I just double side tape them.
Okay.
I can pull everything off and just re-put new things on.
And it has like vocabulary words.
Everything.
I'm an educator, so I love things like that. It was the cutest project for and then he helped you put it together. together?
Yes, he did. Mm-hmm.
Did he have fun doing that?
Yes, because the thing about it is like your kids, it's all learned behavior. Everything you do with your children, it's like we have them, they're a blank board, they're not born with opinions, they're not born with any of that. We instill that in our children. So when you instill in your children how to work ethic, hustle, those different things, it's gonna come more natural for them. They're not gonna feel so entitled to anything. They're gonna wanna work for what they have.
Awesome. And then what have your boys taught you about yourself that you didn't know?
Strength. Yeah.
Really?
When I don't always talk about being like a single mom because I feel like I'm just not with it. It's just when you have to kind of take a step back and realize like, you're in this on your own. Any decision that you make, everything that you do falls on you. If something was to happen to me, are my children going to be okay? Because I'm all they have. Mm-hmm. So they taught me a different kind of strength, a different type of resilience, being able to get over anything because I have them. It's a different kind of motivation. And for anyone that's a mom that watches or a parent in general, you can understand where I'm coming from. It's like, it puts a different type of fuel in you. I firmly believe that if I didn't have my children, I wouldn't be the woman that I am because I didn't feel like I needed to work that hard to get success. But now it's just like an everyday thing for me. It's like if I'm not hustling, if I'm not getting to what I need to get to make the money, to make the impact, it does nothing for me. So they have literally like recharged something in me that I don't care. I don't give up. Like I just keep going. So.
And then you don't have a choice. Entrepreneurship teaches you have no choice. If you don't work today, you don't make money.
And that's just for me looking at my boys. It's like, no, there will not be a day that goes by that there's money not being made because if I don't make money, my kids don't eat. And that's just like like I said, it's a whole different feeling when you know that like it's only you, like that's it. So I hustle every day, and for me now it's just like it's a cycle, it's repetitive, it's a habit, but it's a good habit. So we get to the money. That's what it's about.
That is what it's about. So just a reminder, everyone, we're here at the Hannibal Square Heritage Center in Winter Park. It's an African-American museum that's carved out to preserve the history of the African-American population here in Winter Park. And downstairs, it's a 2-story building. Downstairs is a permanent collection just showing the history of lifelong Winter Park residents and the stories that they've had and the lives that they've lived here in Winter Park, business owners, entrepreneurs, teachers, just living life here in Winter Park. And upstairs is a revolving gallery. It's an art gallery. And right now the Andrew Grant exhibition is showing. So we're gonna go upstairs in a little bit, but I just want to walk us around. This is your first time here, Michelle, is that right?
Yes, and it's so beautiful. I never knew this existed at all.
And so there's a lot of stories, and I'm going to turn the camera around so that you guys see a lot of the different stories that they have. So downstairs here is the permanent gallery, and it shows you just some pictures of Winter Park residents, and then a picture that they've chosen to tell a story about, and the walls are filled with all of these pictures of the Winter Park residents and their stories here. So when you come inside, you have everything. You guys can see all. And so there are so many all on the walls, all hanging by windows, hanging all over the place. Here's a timeline over here. So I actually want to do something. What year did you have Trevor?
I had Trevor in 2017.
2007. No, not Trevor. What's your oldest name?
Landon. Landon was 2012.
2012. So, this one doesn't go to 2012. So let's actually go to 2010. On the timeline, the Winter Park Community Center has been demolished to make way for a new complex, which is actually right across the street. So going on while you were having Trevor, Winter Park was undergoing a radical transition with some of these things.
Funny, I had Trevor in the Winter Park Hospital.
No, you did.
Yes, I did.
How funny is that?
That's awesome.
So I have another question for you. What do you hope your boys learn from your experience as an entrepreneur?
I hope that they learn just to take it slow. Like if they do decide to take the route of entrepreneurship, that they don't have to rush to success. They don't have to rush to do the most. They don't have to, they don't have to go for it for the wrong reasons, to go in it with the right intentions. Because entrepreneurship, I feel like a lot of people have the idea very misconstrued of what it is. You know, people on social media, they only put out the good. They don't put out the days that you're struggling, the days that you can't make a dollar, the days that you want to give up and just say, you know, screw it all, I'm just going to go get a job, or whatever the case may be. Like, they don't show those things. And, you know, being an entrepreneur, it's not for the lighthearted. Like, you have to be very tough. Your skin has to be thick, because you have to remember, you have people you don't even know judging you, telling you that you're not going to make it. And that tends to get to you. You know, I don't care how much emotional intelligence you have, it beats you up, you know, if it happens. So you just have to be strong for yourself and know that, like, this is really what you want to do, because one thing that we don't get back is time, and you don't want to invest time into yourself and it be for nothing when you can be making an impact somewhere else. So for them, it's follow your dreams, but do it on your terms. Do it the way that you want to, because that's what I'm doing now. Like, I'm following my dreams on my terms, the way that I want to, and no one can tell me otherwise. So
it's funny that you mentioned one of your posts, you mentioned you were cleaning, but you mentioned 2 techs had called out.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
And then someone else had called out, and then so now you're stuck having to do the work. People, we don't talk about those terrible times.
Exactly. And that can be detrimental to your business. You know, for me, I'm in service industry, so my work and livelihood sometimes depends on someone else and what they do. And for me, you know, I build my reputation on making sure I produced quality across the board 24/7. So having to put my company in someone else's hands, you know, it's very hard for me, but it has to be done for me to expand. And when someone calls out or someone is late to a job, that's a reflection of me, not a reflection of them. So one day we had a restaurant cleaning and 3 people called out, and I was just like, I almost lost it, but I was like, you know what? I'm built for this. And I handled it, and everything got completed as planned on schedule. And those are the times where you're like, do I really want to do this? And I'm like, yes, I do.
You do. And then you don't have to be subject to somebody else's rules. You don't have to, I mean, you clock in and out, but you don't clock in on somebody else's time.
No, and that's the thing though. For me, if I don't feel like working, I don't work. But that's the discipline you have to have. You have to know when it's time to work, when you can take a break. There's days where I'm like, you know what? I want to spend the day with my kids, and I'll stop what I'm doing, clear the schedule. It's for them. But those are the days that I need, because I need that recharge. When you're going 18 to 20 hours a day sometimes, like you don't know when your body is like, you can't do anymore. And I've fallen into it so many times where I'm like, hustle. And I hustle myself, and I'm on bed rest for a week from exhaustion. And it gets real and for me, it's not about the money. It's like, if I have a goal, I got to meet that goal by any means necessary. That's how I grow discipline for myself. So it's just knowing when your body is like, you need a break. And, you know, as of recently, I've been taking more breaks, but I've been more effective. So I usually do like 2 days on, 2 days off, 2 days on, 2 days off. So, but once you get into entrepreneurship and you build yourself up to that point, you're able to take breaks whenever you feel like it. You have to do the work first.
Gotcha. Do you feel like exhaustion in entrepreneurship is different than when you work like a corporate job? Oh my
gosh, yes, because when you're working like a corporate job, and believe me, I've done both. So when you do the corporate job, and this is not knocking anybody, it's like you don't have the problems that the CEO has. You don't have the problems of the expansion. You don't have the problems of, is this person going to pay their invoice? You don't have those problems. As an entrepreneur, you know, I have to make sure that my bills are paid, this person's paycheck is paid, this person's paycheck is paid, this contract is good, you know, and not only that, I own multiple businesses and I have a nonprofit. So is this doing what it needs to do? Is this person writing this grant? Like, it's so many different tasks that you have to delegate. And I've just recently hired an admin, and my life has gotten so much better. But it's that whole point of like, do you want to trust somebody with your baby? Like, that's what businesses are, you know? And I've been burned a couple times with bringing people into my business and not working out. So I'm like, I have that weird, like, oh, I can't trust yet constantly. But I'm like, no, I can't grow if I don't have someone helping me.
Exactly. And that's why you start a business. You start a business, you want to do something that you're passionate about, that there's a need for, but you want to hire people.
Exactly.
And that's how you grow. You have to hire people. It's funny. I'm part of a book club, and we just finished reading, maybe like a couple weeks ago, we were reading The E-Myth. And it talks about that you have a business, and the purpose of having a business is to grow and hire people so that they can do things that you don't need to do.
And like, for example, I said I hired an admin. There's certain tasks like I don't have to worry about anymore. And because of her, my life now is so much easier. I'm able to focus on the things that can bring us in more income,
Right.
that can put us in different positions. And she handles, you know, my light work. And not only that, it's just like if I pick up the phone and I call her and I'm like, Dorian, I need you. Like, it's, what do you need? Like,
Right.
it's that sense of urgency. So when you find people in your business that understand the sense of urgency that you have, or that cater to your business as if it was their own, you have to treat those people right.
That's right.
Because they're so hard to come by.
That's true. They take care of you. They make sure you look good as
Always.
well. What do you want other women to know about entrepreneurship?
That they can do it. That they can do it, and they can probably do it better than the other people that are doing it.
Uh-oh.
You know, for me, we get discredited so much.
That's true, yeah.
Walking into a room with other men that own businesses, you just get looked at like, why are you here?
Right.
And for me, I'm like, I'm gonna tell you why I'm here. I'm gonna show you why I'm here, and we're gonna go about it that way. Not everybody has that confidence though.
Yeah.
So because of that, it's just like women, we're so overlooked sometimes, and it's just like, you don't even understand. If you had a woman running this, like, you'd be way better. So that's just how I feel. Women, I love them so much, and it's just like, I need you guys to understand that this is not a man's world. This is not anyone's world. This is female is future. We're taking over entrepreneurship, corporate. We're taking over, and I'm gonna be.
So that means get you a girl boss.
For real, because essentially, like, where is what life is needed. Like, we're needed. We're needed.
That's true. That's absolutely true.
I mean, we create life and we create businesses. Like, our bodies can create humans. That's crazy.
I can't do that.
Exactly.
All I can do is do my business, but I can't create life. I can assist, but I can't actually birth the life,
Yes.
grow the life, nurture the life. So that's
So-
super exciting. Now, you were talking about empowering women. You're getting ready to do a financial literacy series.
Yes. Okay. So through my nonprofit, I'm able to bring resources to women that they essentially wouldn't always get. So the big thing in Orlando is, and I don't knock anybody that does it, is the empowerment. Women, we come together. That's amazing, and I love it. But it's just like, what happens after the brunches? What happens after the empowerment? You know, we're empowered for 48 hours and we're go, but like, where's the follow-up? Where are we making sure? Where are we keeping each other accountable? Where are we really giving the women the information that they need? Because yeah, we can stand here and say all day, yes, girl, you can do it. You got it, sis. But like, am I going to help you get to the bank and open up your business bank account? Am I going to get you your business plan? Are you going to have a marketing strategy? Like, it's a lot bigger than just giving you a pat on the back and saying, hey, we can do this together. Like,
Right.
are we going to do this together?
Right.
So I am partnering up with PNC, and what we're going to do is we're bringing financial literacy to the women of Orlando. Anybody that wants to get into business, opening up a business account, making sure that you're handling your own finances. Because when we first get into business, we can't always afford a big accountant. We can't always afford those things. So what I want to do is I want to show you, these people are going to explain to you how to run your business, how to run your accounts, up until the point to where you can afford to have someone do it for you. So you're keeping your books correctly. You're making sure that if you do have employees early in, you're doing the right things that you need to do, that your policies and procedures are in place to follow everything to reach your ultimate goal. So I feel just like a lot of the times that we're just not giving people the actual education that they need, and a lot of it is free.
Yeah.
You know, and we just don't have the time to sit down and find it and get to it. So that is what I'm here for. We're gonna have a series of it's going to be called Bossy Business 101. I did find a name last night for it. And it's going to be different series on how to maintain your business financially. Where's your marketing strategy? Do you have a business plan? Those things that are essential that all these great empowerment groups are just not doing. And that's what I'm going to do for you guys, because I needed it when I was getting into business, and I'm almost sure you guys could most definitely use it.
Absolutely. So now I've got a bunch of questions here. 3 things. I want you to list 3 things that your family taught you about entrepreneurship and money. Because money is so important. We know entrepreneurship, but money makes the world go round.
Well, the thing is, they didn't teach me much about money, but how to spend
Pause right
it.
there. They didn't teach about money. That's something that a lot of people don't really talk about, that your family does not teach you about money or how to do things with money. So talk a little bit about that.
So the thing is that my parents, I grew up in an entrepreneurial home. My parents, they did have a cleaning company back in Jersey, multiple daycares. So the problem was they were making a lot of money. All I saw them was spending it. Never saw them saving it. Never saw them putting it away, buying real estate, nothing like that. We were trips, clothes, whatever, private schools, all that stuff. So I got the hustle. I got how to make the money.
Yeah.
I never got how to keep it.
Gotcha.
Because I developed, when I first started, I was making crazy money and I was blowing through it. And I always said, I really wish I knew how to have better control. I had no control when it came to money because we had so much access to it, whether it would be credit cards, whether it would be cash, whatever the case may be. So for me now, I've now at 26 years old have to find the discipline to not spend every dollar I get because I know that I have another dollar coming in.
Yeah.
It has to be saved. It has to be reinvested because if you want to grow, you have to have capital.
That's true.
So that's one thing I wish they taught me, but my parents, they hustled. My mom, oh my gosh, prime example of somebody that like doesn't take no for an answer. Like she did not care. I saw her getting up at 4 a.m., not coming home until the next day, 4 a.m. Like,
oh wow,
the hustle was real because she believed in her brand. And that's one thing that I got from her was that like, you can't out hustle me. Like you can't outwork me.
That and to be an entrepreneur, you have to have that hustle. And even I'm learning that because I recently started entrepreneur, but I've always been an entrepreneur. We've had a lot of things going on, but full-time entrepreneur.
Yeah, it's a whole different feeling.
It's a whole totally different feeling.
Because it's like if you really don't get out there.
Part-time entrepreneur. Like I go 9 to 5 and then I got mine 5 to 10:30.
But now you got both feet are in.
Yeah.
And I took the biggest leap. I was like, all right, Spectrum, bye. Like I'm gonna make it work. And I did. And from that point, like now, I don't even think I can go get a job. Because I'm going to look at these people like, what?
It's hard because you get used to running and doing everything that you want to do. The way that you want to do it. Now you have to do it on somebody else's.
And I'm not about that life. No.
Sorry, Spectrum. You guys have good cable, but can't
They don't even have that.
So we are here at Hannibal Square Heritage Center. Turn the camera around one more time so that you guys can see where we are. This is the best sculpture of Martin Luther King Jr. right here in Hannibal Square Heritage Center, and it's celebrating 100 years of Hannibal Square art exhibition. So just gonna show you a little bit more of the area around. When you guys come in, downstairs is the permanent art gallery, which is showing you the lives and the stories of West Winter Park residents, and you can kind of just get a feel and see some of the pictures from way back in the day. So this picture was taken, it doesn't even say when this one was taken, but you can tell by the bricks and just outside that it was taken a long time ago. And they even have a listening station over here by the window, so you can see some of these stories here, and then you can come to the listening station and you can choose one of the pictures, and it tells you a little bit more about the story behind. And actually this is a picture of a young Fairlyn Livingston, who is the chief historian here at the Hannibal Square Heritage Center. She was born down the street and has lived in Winter Park all of her life. So it's a real treat. If you have the opportunity to come over here, their Instagram is pinned down at the bottom, Hannibal Square Heritage Center, so you can definitely see and take a look about it. So we're gonna come back to Michelle now with another question. How do you wish women were more connected here in Orlando?
I wish it was just more of a genuine connection, if anything. Rather than it maybe sometimes coming across as being like a competition or wanting to just get in just to know information or something like that, like to genuinely want to like help one another. I feel like that whole authentic piece sometimes can be missing, which can cause connections just to not be there. But I feel like if we just had more unity together, like knowing that there's enough for like everyone to win, I think that we'd be a little bit better off. But it's all about changing the culture. So it's like you meet love with love. You know, you just gotta keep going until everyone gets on the same page.
Absolutely. Do you feel that's a problem just here in Orlando or in other cities all over the place?
All cities go through it. It's just, since this is where we're at, this is how we experience it. But also other cities are also very inviting of other women. So I feel like I said, once again, it's the culture. We definitely need to shift it. Stop being so much about the surface empowerment. Like really truly try to help people change. You know, that's my thing.
And like you're saying, consistent empowerment. We have seminars and things that people pay for.
But where's the follow-up?
Yeah.
Like, you know, do we really care about changing the women's lives, or do we just want to give them a moment? You know, that's just, for me, it's just like, no. If we're going to really be here to empower, like, let's truly do that. And let's not forget, like, the reason why we're even doing it in the first place. And that's why you always have to check your intentions when you get into anything, because if you're doing it for accolades, if you're doing it for the wrong reasons, it's going to come off that way eventually. So you just have to keep it authentic and genuine across the board.
Absolutely. Who do you look up to? I think I stumped her.
You did. There's a couple women that I truly look up to. One of them is Sarah Solomon Dodden. She's here in Orlando. I met her in 2015, and ever since then, like, she's been like my big sister. Any question that I have about business, if I'm going through something in life, she's like literally the first person I send something to, like, hey, does this look okay? Should I do it this way? So definitely, she's also a business owner. She owns Solomon Productions, and she literally travels like all over the United States, the world, doing event production. So she's somebody that I really do look up to. I know there's like a couple other people. Dr. Keita Joy, she is a corporate and a life coach, but she's amazing. I've never met somebody that is so as consistent as her. Like, she literally, every morning, 5 a.m., my email is in there. Like, my motivation email. She does Faith and Fabulous, something along those lines. And, like, every morning, she's the same time. Like, she's so consistent. And, like, honestly, that's somebody that I would love to just, like, embody. Like, and she's here in Orlando as well. Like, there's so many amazing women here in Orlando that we look past because they're not popular. I don't know what it is, but there's just so many gems here that are showing you, like, real life, day to day. They have children, like, they're doing what, you know, essentially we all want to do is live life on our terms. Yeah. So I think that that's really awesome. Another woman, Michelle Obama, the amount of grace.
Can we just Michelle Obama?
Yes.
Can we just?
She's amazing. I mean, the way she carries herself, like, literally, I can, like, listen to her speak and just feel loved.
Yeah.
Like, her words just kind of grab you. Like, she's just such a phenomenal woman, and, like, she's just somebody that, to a wife, a mother, a business owner, you know, all of that. She's it. Like,
yeah.
she's just it.
Yeah. She definitely set a different example.
Yes, much different. And to be a Black woman and doing it, I just think that's even more amazing.
Yeah.
She needs to run for president, honestly.
You know what I think, and there's a lot of people who want to run for president, a lot of Democrats that are in the race right now. But I think if Michelle came in,
she would kill it.
It would be a wrap.
I think the whole country would just get with it.
It would be a wrap. We would be over. We would just say, Michelle,
so
that's
awesome.
it. We're behind you 100%.
Exactly.
Let's do this.
But those are the three that I can, like, think of off the top of my head. But yes, there's so many women that I'm inspired by daily, but those are, like, the ones that I constantly, my post notifications are on for them, basically.
Gotcha. Okay, what are 3 things female entrepreneurs should be doing on social media? Because it's huge. It's a big thing.
Yes, you should be putting out content daily. Like, I don't care if you get 1 like, no likes, put the content out. You have to remember that people are not going to buy your products if they don't know what they're getting. People will not buy into you if they don't know who you are and what you're doing. You have to have a story. Tell your story. Everyone has a story. Put your story behind it and be 100% authentic about it. When you're on social media and you're being who you are, you're being authentic, you're being, you know, the quirky you. Like, that's what people are going to buy into. That's what makes people want to see, what are you about? What do you have going on? Believe me, the way that you can pick up on someone's energy in person is the same way you can pick up on their energy on social media. So please make sure that you're not living a double life. Like, you're not doing, you know, obviously there's certain things that don't need to be on social media. But if you are an entrepreneur, you definitely need to be very careful about how you're showcasing your personal life. Because yes, granted, we all love to go out and have a great time. But if you're using your personal page to help your business, be very mindful of who's watching, who your potential clients are going to be, because they take all of that into consideration. I'm telling you, I used to work for HR for UPS. And when I tell you that your name gets searched, be very, very careful. So
they do. I know that for they certainly do.
They will search your name, and you just want to make sure that who you are and what you want to be and where you want to go, it all aligns up across the board. So even if you're not the person that you want to be and you know you have a lot of growth, you need to walk in that person. Be that person.
Yeah.
You have to project that out there, because if not, people don't see growth. And if you're not growing, there's really no point to even doing anything anyway. Like, you have to remain consistent, post, be authentic, and just keep pushing forward.
Absolutely. So this is the part that you did not know about. I always send out the questions so everybody knows what's going on, but I always do a special treat. We're going to play a game of this or that. Okay, so you have to choose one, and we're going to go a little bit. So first one, this or that, candy or chocolate?
Candy.
Candy. I like chocolate.
I want to go on live on Facebook real quick.
Go ahead. And okay, so now this one, talking about a man, dark chocolate man or coffee with cream man?
Dark chocolate.
Ooh! Any particular reason behind that?
I don't know. It's just something about
A dark
man. I don't know.
Listen, I know. Okay, so you own Queen Clean Concepts, Lysol or Clorox?
Ooh, Lysol.
Like, really?
Okay, common misconception. Clorox
Tell
bleach
me.
is not a disinfectant. Clorox bleach, all it does is take off germs off the top of the surface. So when you're spraying your entire home with bleach, you are not cleaning it. You're just removing germs. So, for example, there's all-purpose cleaner that has bleach in it. That is an alternative if you like using bleach.
Okay.
But bleach is not a disinfectant. All it does is kill germs.
I'm getting educated.
And you're not supposed to mix it with warm water either because it releases certain
What?
chemicals.
Are you serious?
Get into my Tip Tuesday.
Tip Tuesday. I am Michelle Welch. Okay.
Yes.
So I have one more, and then we're gonna do an extended version. Palmolive or Dove? Or Dove? Really?
Yes, I love Dove.
Oh. What is it about Dove?
Man, I've been using it since I had Landon in 2012. When I had Landon, I had got really bad dry skin, eczema, all that. And Dove just, ever since then, my kids use it, I use it. I'm a Dove girl.
That's it. Palmolive is just for the dishes. Just for the dishes. That's it. Don't use Palmolive because sometimes some people do still put Palmolive in their bath water.
No, they don't. Who does that?
People do that. People take a bath. They don't have, if you run out of like body wash or something, people, I've heard people do that all the time.
It is too convenient. You can order your groceries online. You can order it on. It is too convenient. There is too many options for y'all to be using Palmolive in your tub. No.
I have heard that.
I feel like I saw that on a meme or something on Facebook or something.
I have heard that people don't do that.
No,
just go out and buy them.
Just go buy the Dollar Tree. What?
Dollar Tree will save your life. Listen, that's how a business was started. You're looking at someone who started a business with the Dollar Tree and $300.
Where's my sponsorship?
Listen, you might end up getting something from the Dollar Tree. Speak it and it'll come.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
That's terrible. Okay, so this is Coffee Chat with Andrew Brown. Stay tuned. I'm gonna have an extended this or that with Michelle Welch later on with some really interesting ones to see which one she really likes. So once again, we are here at the Hannibal Square Heritage Center. I'm gonna turn it back around so that you guys can see where we are. It is an African American museum carved out for West Winter Park residents. I'm so happy you guys joined in. On my Instagram TV, I'm gonna have an extended segment with her of this or that. And if you want to be a coffee chat and just have an interview with me, send me a message. I'd love to have you on and we can talk business, we can talk social media, we can talk anything that you want to talk about, and you can just promote yourself. So thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you tune in to my Instagram TV where we are going to have an extended chat with her. I will see you guys next week. Thanks.